What is happening, everybody?
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
Right at the wire.
Right at the wire. Hope everyone's doing well today.
Hopefully we have chat.
Hopefully it's working.
We will always
Hopefully
find
the
out.
chat works. Hopefully everything works. You just never can tell.
Yeah. So let me get it pulled up here because ain't nobody said nothing yet.
Okay.
All right. There we go.
Hey,
We're
Patty.
good. We're
Hey,
good.
Lisa. Hey, Tammy.
I'm
Hope y'all are doing well.
very thankful the chat works on this screen today.
Happy day after Mother's Day. Hope everyone had a good one. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Grammy Karen. Hey, Karen Hoover. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Ramblin' Rose. Hey, Wilder. Hey, Angel. Hey, Bo for Tennessee Green. Loud and clear. Awesome. Good deal. Hey, Sunday Night Dinners with Deborah from Quebec. Awesome. Hey, Debbie from Canada. All right. We are doing well, Amanda. Hopefully you're doing well too.
Man, have you ever just had first off, our weekend was crazy busy. We did so much stuff over the weekend, and today was cold. It was cloudy. Now the sun, well, to you all, listen, the sun is out. It kind of is.
Yeah.
But it was cloudy all day. It was cold. I mean, we had to put jackets over flannels. It was so cold.
Hey, Marla.
Because our bodies had just gotten used to warmer temps. Well, I mean, it was just like we're not gonna do nothing today. Like inside the house and all that good stuff. But then we still did things. Like we did something, which is the little surprise that we'll drop with y'all at the end of this.
Hey, Yolanda.
Kind of has you tired a little bit.
Hey, Mitchell Family Homestead. Hey, Grace. How are you doing? Thank you, Holly. I did have a good Mother's Day. Hopefully everyone did too. It was really nice. Can you please set a timer for us, a reminder button? I don't think that we know how to do that, Charmaine.
Yeah. But we are consistent. It's 8 p.m. every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So
so you can set a timer.
Right, set a little alarm in your phone or something.
We do not know how to do that and don't want to mess with anything.
Right.
Because every time we mess with something goes wrong.
It goes right. Hey, Mom.
Oh, goodness. Hey, Carrie from California. Awesome. Hey, Bethany.
No kidding. Sunday night dinners with Deborah.
Yeah.
It is killing
the
us.
Cold and the rain.
Yeah.
I saw, or he was telling me a funny meme yesterday. Something, what was it about Mother's Day and rain?
Oh, I don't know who shared it, but it was, it said, it better rain this hard on Father's Day or I'm going to start kicking over grills. Flipping grills. I'm going to start flipping grills.
It better rain on Father's Day. Although it was a rainy day, so hopefully all the mothers got to rest and enjoy a cloudy day inside.
Which we were fast-paced.
Yeah, fighting the rain in and out of it.
Our rain didn't come till about 3 or 4, which was right at dinner time, but it like lightened up and it was beautiful. You can see us on the video tomorrow, but we did a lot of garden work tomorrow.
Hey, Karen's Garden.
Yesterday.
Hey, Cindy. Hey, Mama Z's. Hey, Arlene from Colorado. Hey, Amelia from New York. Awesome. Goodness, so many people in here from so many different places. Hey, Cindy from Arkansas. Hey, Jen and Zach, keep the sun shining on your side town. Hey, Karen. Oh my goodness, Mount Living said it's snowing.
Oh no.
Well, we will stop complaining then.
Yeah. There's always something worse, right?
Hey, Sue from Central Iowa. Karna R said, hi there, happy to catch you live. Love my calendula salve. Yay.
Awesome. Stay tuned for some news for that.
Yes.
Okay, so rundown of the law tonight. It is going to be a little bit shorter, nothing crazy. We just got to get a few things done. So we'll get into that in just a second. But anyways, it's probably going to be about 30, 40 minute. We'll see how it goes. But we definitely want to answer your all's questions. We have been not bombarded. We've just received a lot of questions and we've been tagged in a lot of things about gardening and animal questions because as spring comes, people are getting into new stuff. They have new questions. So when it comes from anywhere from pests to gardening to livestock, we want you all to ask them. We're going to really try to really pay attention, excuse me, to the chat and answer those. We also do have a little surprise at here near the end of some stuff that is going live. Already is. And then we just have a couple things that we want to talk about. So, but the main thing is about you all and your all's questions that you have, and then just being a little bit shorter tonight.
Carla said, "How is your foot doing, Jen?" It is good. I can walk. It's a whole lot better than it was, but it's not perfect yet. But I actually have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, a follow-up. So hopefully they can figure out exactly what's going on and then hopefully give me some more advice. But I'm not in a boot and I'm not in a, what do you call it?
Brace.
Brace. There you go. I am walking normal and I can walk normal as long as I stay on level ground. On level ground is a different story.
But progress, right?
Yes.
Progress.
Still a lot of bruising, unfortunately.
Kare's corner of the world. How often do you have to do the dirty work and clean out the barn and stalls? So we usually do it per season.
Yeah.
So once every season changes, normally when we clean it. The winter is about the only time that we hold it more, like we clean less. And a lot of that's cut for deep bedding to provide a little bit more heat in there. However, every season usually when we clean.
Yeah, which we're due for a big barn cleaning. And we have not cleaned this barn. It was clean when we got here, thank goodness, because there wasn't any animals or anything in it. So we're due for it, and it's going to be a chore.
Jenny Claypool, does neem oil keep squash bugs away? First off, ain't nothing going to keep squash bugs away if you want to be organic. Squash bugs, you can basically just try to drag it on longer to where you can get your squash a little bit more. But neem oil, and then it's a hard-sided bug, so DE can kind of help along with neem oil. But again, that's going to help you just prolong the inevitable. Right. You actually saw a thing, like if your bugs aren't trying to eat your plants, like you're not doing something right.
Right.
So you almost have to accept that they're going to come. Right. You have to accept that
every year,
and then you just have to try to do the best you can. So yes, keep applying that neem oil, keep throwing some DE on there. And the biggest thing,
somebody figured it out.
The biggest thing is shooting underneath the leaves, right? So that's where all bugs, squash bugs included, like to hide their eggs, is underneath your leaves, those big squash leaves. So make sure you're spraying underneath there. If you can keep the eggs down, then you might be all right. But they're in the soil, and so just keep moving your squash into different areas.
Something that helps too is, you just said that. Never mind. Moving your squash. Sorry, I just got the tail end of that.
Sorry. Well, it's hard because we are really trying to focus on the questions tonight, so we're not hearing each other as well.
A lot of people too will go lint roll them with a lint roller, and that's tedious, but it can help. We've never done that. I don't want to touch them. I don't want to get near them. But once they come, I'm like, you can have it. Try again next year.
Team Benson's Desert Garden. How many pounds of meat did you get from the pig? That sounds looks easier to raise. We don't know yet. We haven't got it. I'm actually going to call him tomorrow and try to see what's up because we kind of felt like we'd get it back by now.
Yeah. Commander Vlogs, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Chat. Cindy Brown said, "How are things with the White House going?" And the pooper.
Oh my gosh, y'all. It is insane. Like, I mean, we thought buying a second house, not having to move into it would be a lot easier, but it's a nightmare. It's all over run this appraisal. So we've ordered the second appraisal, which I don't agree with either.
Not much you can do about it.
Yeah, not much you can do about it.
It'll get there.
Yeah. So
it'll be ours.
Yeah. We're just waiting for the second appraisal to come to check my paint job, which sucked. I mean, so a lot of people ask, like, did you scrape the paint before painting again? I started to, but I was tearing the siding off.
Yeah. Like
it was just flaking off. And y'all, this house is not like what we're moving into. Like we want to do a lot of work to this house, but we have to buy it to do it. So no, I didn't. Like I left it and just tried to put Band-Aids on it.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I started doing that. It was like white flakes and those brown chunks that I was shooting. I was like, that's not good.
Hi, Cammie. Tina said, "Jen, I ruptured a muscle in my calf 3 days before you. I'm in a boot to the knee. My goodness. I am so sorry." Hey, Penny.
Donna sandblasting. Yeah, I mean, that would work.
I'm pretty sure we would have blown the house away.
Right. However, like, I mean,
nothing left.
We're going to have to either cover or replace. Like, it's still, y'all, excuse my language, but I told her, I said, it's like painting a turkey when I was up there. You know, I mean, it is like that side. The house is great, but the siding is awful.
Yeah.
So I want to either cover or replace, but I don't want to do that until we own it, right?
Right. So yeah, I mean, yeah, the siding could have been replaced, but it's not ours yet. So
right.
we don't want to do that yet.
Yeah. So all that'll be coming once we own it.
Hey, Gemini, are you saying you went Bob the Builder on the second house?
Yes.
And Wyatt and Raylan are doing fantastic. Wyatt lost another tooth. I got to
Yep.
pull it on Mother's Day, which was fun. And they just kind of had a relaxing day, just kind of getting back on schedule. Coming off the weekends is always difficult, but they're getting there. But they're doing really good, growing way too fast. And we had a really good Mother's Day together.
Mm-hmm.
Hackett's healing hollow. Did I miss the news about your ankle? I injured it last Saturday, so over a week ago,
Mm-hmm.
but it's doing much better now. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Sandra. Good evening, guys. I've been missing your lives, but I caught you tonight. I don't remember who told me to come over. Well, I'm so glad you're here.
Cindy Brown said, can Jed move into it once you get it, or once you own it while y'all are working on restoring it? That's always a possibility. I don't think that's technically what Jed wants.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody figured it out again. We talk shit all the time. I just saw him. He's out there burning some stuff. I just don't think that's what he wants. So yeah, probably not. It probably won't be him moving in.
Hey, Craig. Awesome. You caught it live instead of the replay. I'm sure replays are fine, but live is much better.
Tammy, hey, can you turn that off? Okay, so fun fact, I have really fat fingers. And I have this really thick case because I'm really bad on phones, but I can't get my finger in here to turn it off. It's this like little turn.
Hey, Kathleen. Okay, so let's just go ahead and talk about that.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do it now.
Okay, so
bring the surprise early.
It's been a couple weeks since we posted salves. It's actually been a really long time since we posted comfrey salve, but y'all know that we clipped it and let it dry, and then we made salve out of it. So we now have comfrey salve live in the Etsy store, and we also have more calendula salve. Make sure you get both because there's not many of each one, and they will go extremely fast. So if it's something you're interested in, hurry, because my goodness, it breaks my heart afterwards when I get the messages and people are like, I didn't get there fast enough.
Yeah.
With the ankle thing, it's just kind of been chaotic. So we've got up there what we've got, and then there will be more next week.
Yeah, and she
the noise is Etsy. So a couple people figured it out before we announced it, which is awesome. I love it.
Every time there's an order, it gives us the cha-ching sound.
Yeah. So head to the Etsy store if you're wanting some salve. Comfrey salve is good. It's the one everybody's been asking about it.
Yeah, we haven't had it out in over a year. It hasn't been for so long.
It's the one for aches, pains, joints. I've been putting it on my ankle myself, and it's really helped. Kind of like arthritis pain kind of stuff. And calendula salve is the one that everybody loves for burns and cuts and diaper rash and any kind of healing, dry hands, lips. I put it on my lips, all that. So yeah, if you are wanting either one of those, hurry because there's not many. I mean, there's a lot, but
not to y'all. not as awesome as you all are, but getting that. Denise, I love you guys. I'm fighting cancer and I love watching YouTube, and you are one of my favorites. Oh my goodness, Denise. First off, we'll be praying for you. I hate to hear that. Stay strong. Fight it all day, every day. And thank you for being so kind.
Yes. Teresa said, do you grow aloe? We usually do. Mm-hmm. Ours did not make it here, so we need to start growing some more. We love aloe. It was really big at our last house because we had the wood burning stove, and someone was always touching it or accidentally touching it when you're throwing wood in. So it was really nice to have.
Kathleen, $5 super chat. Thank you.
So
what do you think about Jess and Mom moving to South Carolina? They will be really close, right? They will be much closer, which is very exciting. As most of y'all probably know, Jess and Mom are very good friends of ours. We've known them ever since we've done YouTube. They're moving from Arkansas to South Carolina. That's super exciting. They're going to be much closer. Pray for them.
Yes.
We're
excited for them.
We're very excited
for them, as everyone else is too. It's just,
Yeah.
It's scary, but they'll be just fine. Yep. They are going to do awesome things, and they're excited. So we're excited for them, and it looks beautiful from what we've seen. So hopefully we'll get to visit it.
Yeah, we'll get to see each other a little bit more.
Movies is exciting for anyone. It's a very exciting adventure. It's stressful. And, like they were talking the other day about like trying to make sure that things fall into place. And man, when we were moving here, it felt like there was no way we were going to get everything to go into place at the same time. But when you get down to it, it just all does.
And there's always a couple things that are like super difficult.
Yeah.
Like one of ours was Gary's truck. And I was like, how are we going to get this thing here? And then, it fell in place. Raven's Nature Farm was awesome. They came and we figured it out. But yeah, like she said, it falls in place. So, but it's scary.
Carrie, thank you so much for that super chat. What's the #1 herb you recommend growing?
Thank you, Carrie.
There's no way that I can tell you one herb that you should grow. There's no way I can do that. But I can give you a top 4.
Okay.
Comfrey, calendula, elderberry, and lemon balm. And that is really hard to narrow it down to that 4.
Yeah.
But I cannot pick one.
And that's going to come from she's a tea drinker, but that's going to come from a non-tea mindset.
Yes.
Right. That's all medicinal.
Medicinal
Mindset. Would elderberry be considered a herb? No, it's a berry, right? Anyways, there's an elderberry.
I mean, you can have elderberry tea.
Yeah.
That's not what we use it for.
Right.
Yay, Morningwood Farms. Awesome.
Yeah. That's our top 4. I turned it off, and I'm glad I did because there's now 14 orders, and it would have been just awesome. Thank you all.
Did I miss the surprise? The surprise is the
salves.
Store. The salves are on there.
And it's mainly about the comfrey because the comfrey's back in style. I said it's been over a year. It was really when season ended last year. So it feels like a year. So it's been a long time.
It's really exciting to
Yeah, so there's finally comfrey back.
Not just for y'all, for me too. Like I'm running low my own self.
Yeah, and with the ankle.
Right. I have like 110 left, and I'm like, nobody touch it. Like the kids.
And I'm over here like, babe, I've got like an old knee. No. Like I've been putting it on every time it rains.
The kids know that the calendula salve is mommy's special salve. They can use that for anything they want to. But I'm like, if you see one with a green label, that's my comfrey salve. Do not touch it because y'all don't need coverings.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll actually see in the video tomorrow that we made the comfrey salve a permanent front and center home because it has been such a huge thing for our homestead. It single-handedly made us be able to be profitable. And so it got its own special shrine.
Yeah, it kicked off our profitable side of it. Yeah, you're right.
At the old place, we just kind of threw it in where we could. Now it's like, ta-da, comfrey.
Wilma, she said, I would love some elderberry stars. So now that we have so many, I mean, it's going to take us a minute. We got to get ours established. But we will probably end up adding those to our Etsy. But I mean, y'all just might have to hang around with our channel for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Before we do it. But if you want them before then, we got them at River Hills Harvest. River Hills Harvest.
And they're awesome.
Yeah.
Every single one of ours did well. We got 3 cuttings of each variety that they had. So that's kind of cool. And they all came. We put them straight into water. Some of y'all saw that until they get root and green. And then you can put them in the dirt. And yeah, it'll take a few years, but it's just an amazing thing to start and have.
Yep. Just
yay, Adana. So
awesome.
Glad. Hopefully you love it.
Jeff, man, I'm sorry about that. I wish it didn't cost so much to ship international. We actually don't use that. Etsy calculates it all itself. We do want to make sure that we offer it, but we do understand that the shipping's probably going to be more than the product.
It's usually just 20. I'm not sure why.
And we're sorry about that.
Usually a lot of our Canada friends that order it, it's just a $20 shipping. So I'm not sure what's up with the thing.
Yeah. Thankfully they let us send that through customs. Unlike seeds, I can't see, they can't send seeds, but they do let us send the salve. But yeah, they charge.
Gemini, are y'all growing running comfrey or stay in place comfrey? I'm trying to find in place for here.
Running. We want that stuff to take over.
Yeah. I understand though, because it will.
Veronica, is Etsy worth it in your opinion?
Yes,
absolutely.
A lot of people ask that all the time. I think that we're blessed though to have the following that we do, and if not, I can't say what it would be like for that. We did have an Etsy store a few years ago where we tried to sell home goods and organic made products, and it was difficult. And the fees, they did start to add up because we didn't have many orders or sales. So yeah, it's hard to speak for that if you don't have sales or orders coming in. But if you can get those loyal customers that do, then Etsy is totally worth it because they make it so easy.
Yeah.
So user friendly, mess up proof. I mean, you really can't mess up Etsy. Like if you do, they'll tell you and they'll fix it.
Yeah.
We love it. Y'all saw that we tried to sell the salves on the website,
Right.
and then immediately went back to the Etsy.
Well, that's actually
fail-proof.
That's what I was going to get to. So if you're actually doing all the steps of the process yourself, absolutely Etsy. So if you're making it, you're packing it, you're shipping it, all this, yes, then do Etsy. If you're doing more of just the promoting and you just need the people to go do it and someone else does the rest, then yeah, you don't necessarily need Etsy. But the ease with the shipping labels, like that's the key. Like you can get people to go order, but actually getting it to them sometimes is the more difficult side of things. And how did none of you all tell us about thermal printers?
Oh my goodness, right.
The amount of shipping labels that we sent you all on paper that were completely, taped with packaging tape. No one talked about thermal printers.
I didn't even know what it was.
I finally just started Googling because there is an easier way to do this. This is not the right way.
The amount of money we were spending on tape, which like y'all were with us when we had to raise the price a little bit for a little while because it was getting so expensive.
And tape is not cheap.
No.
The clear boxing tape.
But yeah.
So I finally started Googling and I found this. I was like, babe, I'm going to give this a try. She's like, it's a waste of money.
I'm like, don't even buy that crap. It's not going to work. Who even knows what that is?
She's like,
it's a thermal printer. I'm like, I don't understand what that means.
It's for 2 weeks. She said, so does it take ink? I said, no, it doesn't. She said, so how does it work?
I said, do you need me to order some ink? Like you're probably almost out. No, it doesn't take ink.
Like presses or something. Right. It's thermal. That's what it's thermal. I'm like, I don't even know whether it's thermal. And so we had that for probably with the last 5 or 6 rounds of orders.
Yeah.
And the quickness of printing them shipping labels out already on a sticky thing. Wow.
And the amount of money that we have saved on tape, you would not believe how expensive tape is.
That's why it really recouped our prices. I looked at her and said, this is a game changer. I said, people offer so many suggestions to us and nobody talked about a thermal print. A couple of people asking calendula, cuts, scrapes, burns, diaper rash, stuff like that.
Cracked skin.
Yeah. If you just want to use it for chapstick and lotion, it's great.
Hey, Francine.
Comfrey, soreness, arthritis, knee pain, joint pain, stuff like that. That's what it's better for.
Yes, Gemini thermal printer.
Yes,
for the
thermal printer.
Just look it up on Amazon. It'll bring it right up, and you're gonna be like, "No, I don't need that," but you do need it.
Yeah, Mom. Yes, you can plant your sunflower seeds now. Actually, wait till after Tuesday. Y'all are getting a little cold.
Oh gosh.
So wait till the weekend. Just do the weekend. You'll be clear.
Mello. Hello, Mello. She said, "At what age would you put new chicks with a year-old group of 4 hens plus rooster?"
I'd give them a couple months.
Yeah.
You want them to be a fighting size.
Yeah, just so the big chicks don't look at them and think that it's complete prey.
And honestly, with other chicks, it's not overly worrisome. It's more if you have guineas. Guineas are bullies.
Ruthless.
Excuse me. And then movement at night, they're a lot less agitated. So when they get up in the morning, they're like,
and they see them, they're like, oh,
hey, I missed you yesterday. But you still want to watch them.
But if it's just a few, another thing you can do is put a small crate, put the chicks in them, and then put it in the coop with the bigger ones so they can see each other and look at each other. Once they get used to each other, then you can let them out. And we've done that before, and it works. But like he said, it's mostly just the guineas.
Grandma Karen, she said, surely it won't hurt to plant seeds. Yeah, it actually, if you're direct sowing, it probably will because you need that soil temp to be, you want it to be more closer to 50.
I mean, yeah.
And when we're having those 40-degree nights, direct sowing itself, you might have lower germination rate, as well. I was saying that.
North Star says she knew about thermal printers. How dare you not tell us?
Jeez, Kathy. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
That makes sense, though. I'm sure you do know about them. You always you're so much more technological than us, which is awesome.
Daisy's
trying to get in, but she's filthy.
Yeah.
She knows she has to sit out there and bathe herself before she comes in.
Kathy, how's your garden going? Y'all get another garden tour tomorrow. We did all kinds of work. I planted 70 tomatoes Saturday. Yeah. 70 of them bad boys. And then Jen and I, we worked on our fruit tree area and our fruit bushes. We finally made a decision. Y'all know how hard that is on us to do so. Yep. But we finally did. The trees are in the ground, the blueberry bushes, cherry bushes, all that good stuff's in the ground. So you'll get to see all that tomorrow and where we did it.
How's the farmer's market going? It's going really good.
Going good.
Yep. There was another question. I'm trying to go back up and find it. Lori said, I have 5 cats and want chickens. How do you get them to not attack the young chicks? Well, I'm not really sure. Ours never has, and I don't know why she doesn't, and our dogs don't either. I don't know.
The biggest thing is having them around them often. So when you have the young chicks, say in a brooder, just make sure you have a mesh top, so they can breathe, but the cats can't get into it. And just having them around often. So like Daisy thinks she's a herding dog. The cat just doesn't care. She doesn't care about any of them. She just wants to be left alone from them. The cat gets zapped by the electrical fence at our whole place at one time, and she has never done it since.
Thank you, Tina.
So yeah, just don't fear it too much. They're not going to just attack them. As long as you keep it covered, you should be okay. Hopefully.
Just keep a top on.
Yeah. Someone said, tell me more about Guineas. I think I saw that one. We love Guineas. They're amazing guard dogs. They are loud, but they're only loud when there's a disturbance in the peace. They're great at eating ticks and mosquitoes, so much more than chickens. That's actually the ones we have. They're not going in the barn. They're going to roam the land.
Yeah.
So they can eat the ticks and chicks. I know a lot of people
ticks and mosquitoes.
Yeah, sorry. I keep saying chicks. Why do I keep saying that? A lot of people said that they disagree with me when I said that they would not eat your garden. I promise you, we have never seen a guinea go for a garden.
Ours don't run away though either.
Yeah.
Some people's do. They're just, I don't know. It's all about your place and what you have going on. Everything can be so different. And, we can't sit here and say that.
It's not going to happen.
That's all guineas, yeah.
Right. But it's just not our experience. So take it for what it is. Guineas are great. They're our favorite poultry, and they are just the best little chicks too.
Christy, it is a bunch of maters. So he planted 70 in his garden, because that's what we call the big garden. It's his garden. And I planted 10 in mine.
Was it? I think it was only like 8.
It might have been 8.
You put marigolds in there.
Yeah, I think I might have taken it down to 8 because I put marigolds in it, but you'll see it. And it's really pretty. So total, almost 80 tomato plants. And I'm sure we'll have to stuff some more in somewhere just so we don't.
We got plenty of beds. I'm starting to realize that I made more beds, like our in-ground beds, than what we have.
But that's okay. And it's good to be prepared for more. And we'll fill it up with something, even if it's just wildflowers. That'll be beautiful.
Right.
But yeah, it's just go.
How fast does comfrey grow back after you chop it down? Fast.
Very fast.
Very fast. It goes quick.
Yes, very, very quick. There was a question about green stock. They said, what do you plant in the green stock? Or what would you plant in the green stock? So we're about to plant ours with strawberries.
That's the number one thing people will use it for. But honestly, you can plant anything in it. I've seen people with peppers, tomatoes, all that good stuff. But our mindset is kind of think strawberries. What flows? Nasturtiums are good. Nasturtiums are really good to have in there. We've grown a lot of radishes in our green stock because they're easy, they're quick, they grows in there. Literally just anything that flows is your best item because it's a vertical garden. But they're big enough to where you can literally place anything.
Comfrey salve is gone.
Comfrey salve is gone. Oh my goodness, you all.
Thank you all so much. I'm so sorry if you weren't able to get it. We wanted to tell y'all first because y'all are the ones that hang out with us every Monday, and it's just more intimate. It feels like a family conversation. So we want to make sure y'all heard it first, and I'm so glad that we did because I'm sorry for the ones that didn't get it, and I would have felt terrible if y'all didn't have it first, or at least have access to it.
And there's still 50 calendulas in stock. So I know you might have missed the comfrey, but there's still so much value in the calendula, we promise.
Yes. Cheryl said, I got some new herbs. When they get tall, what can I do with the cuttings? So you can always dry them. It depends on what it is. But if it's like kitchen herbs, like rosemary, oregano, thyme, mint, stuff like that, dry them. You can either put them in a dehydrator or hang them up, and then you can crush them up real fine, put them in a mason jar and use them for spices or teas or anything you want to do. It just kind of depends on the herb, what you want to do with it specifically. But that's what I mostly do. When they get, bushy and tall, I cut them, dry them, whether that's the hydrator or just hanging them up, and then put them in mason jars.
Yep. I've seen a lot of people ask about ghost milk soap. We do not have any available at the moment. We should have some available in the next coming weeks.
Yes.
Ghost milk soap just takes a lot longer to cure and wait, and we are not good enough at being consistent with making it every single week. We're just not. There's too much stuff going on. So we make it when we can. We usually make around 100 every batch. So yeah, I mean, it will be available. We always do make our own goat's milk soap. So coming weeks.
When we have more comfrey for sale soon, it won't be next week, but maybe the week after that.
Yeah, because the comfrey just came up, I was able to get a cutting, and where it was so baby, it took a little bit to get up, and then we just transplanted, which again y'all will see in the video tomorrow. So I'll probably give it another week before we cut and dry again.
Mama Z said my dill is going nuts. Mine is too.
Yeah, dill's popping.
I planted 4, and it's really the thing that's taken off the most, which is awesome. Never enough time. Do you grow stevia, or do you grow or use stevia? I don't think I ever really use it except for when we're out somewhere and it's kind of all they have, like at a restaurant or something. But I tried to grow it last year and I germinated it, but then like every single sprout died. So I don't know. But yeah, I didn't use it anyway. So I'm like, whatever. But it would be really cool to grow and have. I mean, if it's something you're into. Will we sell comfrey cuttings? That would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. We're finally at a place where we can let this stuff go nuts. Once we get there, I'm sure we will.
Yay, Christy Jones said we just got 10 acres, just started from scratch, raised beds getting built. Prayers for health and stamina. Y'all rock.
That's awesome, Christy.
Congratulations. That's very exciting. Yes, Grace. All the sunflowers, all the wildflowers.
Yeah, if we have a bed not being used, it's going to be flowers.
Marigolds, all of it, which is really cool. We've never really had a space to just grow flowers. I mean, we threw zinnias in where we could and tried to put sunflowers in the corners of the beds and stuff like that. But yeah, just throwing flower seeds everywhere is going to be awesome. And hopefully you can do like some cut flowers too. That'd be cool. And Jared, congratulations on your new homestead. That's awesome. Seems like everybody's taking the leap and going on the journey.
It's exciting.
It's really exciting. Oh no, Peacemaker said my dog dug up my stevia and ate it. It must have tasted good. Oh gosh. Yay, Vanessa, so glad you got some salve. Tony, my butt is doing good. Not great, but good. And I can walk, and that is a blessing.
Yes, it is.
But I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so we'll see.
Yeah, you just can't keep her down. You can't keep her down. And when she does, it really starts to take a toll on her after a few days. So I was glad. So happy.
Crying. Like I can't do it. I can't stay down. It drives me nuts. I got to be able to go.
Cynthia, that's right. Zinnia for Zach. Z and Z.
Saxinius. Oh my goodness. What is calendula used for? Any good thing for skin? Scrapes, cuts, burns. Diaper rash, chapped lips, dry hands, dry feet, all the things.
Lori, how many cattle panels is your greenhouse? 7? 7.
To 7?
Yep, 7.
It takes a minute. That's awesome. Yay, I'm so glad that y'all are ordering the salves.
Yes,
can't wait to get them out to you. We are still in Kentucky, Southeast Kentucky, right on the line of Tennessee.
Would y'all be interested in adopting a 59-year-old grandma? Come on
now. Bug bites, yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's great on bug bites.
Yeah.
The burns, though, are the most surprising thing that it's amazing on.
Yeah. Yeah, he burned himself really, really bad. And I grabbed the calendula salve and put it on. He said it took the pain away immediately.
Never had any pain.
That's great.
So we don't have a incredibly fun story. We don't have any fun stories. So last week we talked about the whole when the ankle went down. Probably one of the best stories we'll ever have. That and the water slide story are probably our 2 most funny stories that we've ever had. Both kind of similar with fear. And so this week we basically was like, we're gonna just be chill because we don't want to break any ankles. We're not gonna do any of those things.
Crazy country things. We're just gonna hang out.
Yeah, we're gonna do some crunchy.
Just gonna be parents.
Stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna be parents and be good and not do anything nuts. So nothing really.
The kids actually went to my mom's for 2 nights.
Yeah.
After Wyatt's baseball and after his baseball game and after farmer's market. And Zach looked at me. He was like, "You want to do anything?" I was like, "Nope.
Nope.
You gotta sit right here."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do anything. No more craziness.
No more trying to kill yourself stories. What? At least not this week. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely gonna come again. We're in Kentucky. We do country stuff, so it's gonna happen again.
Right.
Just not this week.
Took a break. Took a break from that.
Oh yeah, the toilet was a good story.
Oh yeah, that was. Francine, yes, we will definitely keep him in our prayers. I'm so sorry to hear that. My goodness. Hey Diane, how are you doing?
Ski lift is gonna. Man, we've told a lot of stories, haven't we?
We have. We do a lot of things. Gosh, that's scary.
I know it is scary.
Coming in the door.
I sent a professional humorist a link to your live from last week. Her name is Jean Robertson. She has a YouTube channel. Oh, very cool. Well, thank you. That was, I think, the most views we've ever gotten on a live.
Yeah.
Was last week's live. It only hit like
my detriment.
Yes.
Which it always is, right?
Yeah.
But he says you're gonna do something crazy.
One day. Mine was the slide. I remember I shooting, hit it, and I killed myself. It's been a minute though. I haven't done anything too stupid in a while.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure my time's coming.
What were the tomatoes I planted in the kitchen garden?
There you go. I actually talked about them in the video. So you did a mortgage lifter.
Dad's Sunset.
Because that's one of your favorite.
Rosella, which is a cherry tomato. It's the best cherry tomato ever.
You did a Sungo cherry tomato.
Sungo cherry. Yeah, that was the only 2 cherries I did.
Hang on, we said them. I gotta go in the row.
Bonnie Bess.
The first 2 were Sun Gold and Rosella.
Mm-hmm.
It was Dad's Sunset and Mortgage Lifter, and then there's 2 more. You said you think
Kentucky beefsteak.
Kentucky beefsteak.
And
right. You said Bonnie's Best.
Yes, Bonnie Best.
There you go.
There we go. Immediately, I'm like, I don't remember. But then I'm like, okay, think about it. If you've never grew a Rosella cherry tomato, you're missing out. I would almost compare them to ground cherries. I'm gonna do it. I would.
I would too.
Yeah.
No, I would. I totally agree.
Yeah.
And we don't even like purple-ish, reddish tomatoes, but the Rosella, it is so it is like candy, just like a ground cherry. So if you've never had a ground cherry, we do the Grant. What's her name?
Molly's.
Aunt Molly's. Yeah. They're a little bit yellow in there, and the casing like a tomato.
It's a husk.
Yeah, but like a tomatillo.
Yeah.
And they're sweet and they're like candy when they fall off. But a Rosella is like the same level, and you don't have to wait as long.
Oh, they're there,
so and they're just like a tomato, and they're so good.
I mean, you just pop them. You can't keep them. You can't save them or put them in because they'll never make it in the house.
And they're much smaller.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Cherry. They're very small.
They're literally like candy.
Yeah.
They're not bigger like a salad cherry tomato, that you almost need to cut in half because it's like almost too big. These are little bitty guys, and they're so good.
Karen said your funniest story was when you tried to unlock the door and got stuck outside the whole week. It was funny. Oh my goodness, that was a funny one. It's usually when the kids go to the grandparents.
Yeah.
We do something that we
when mom and dad are alone. Yeah.
Oh,
we're not allowed to be alone.
The Rosellas came from Baker Creek. I'm pretty sure that's where we got a ton of them, like maybe 50 packs of seeds, so we have them forever.
Rosellas would do just fine in the green stock.
Yeah.
Have you all ever heard of upside down tomatoes? That whole thing that was a craze, like what was it, probably about 7-8 years ago?
Yeah.
Where people were growing tomatoes upside down. That's one thing that you can do from them, but they have like these extenders. They go around the green stock to where they almost grow like out. And so they can kind of lay on that thing to go from there. But because the cherries are so small, they're not weighing it down. So they're not going to drop. They'll do just fine in there.
Yep.
Topsy-turvy. Yeah, that's right. It was a big craze there for a hot minute.
People were doing their Christmas trees like that too. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they were putting them on the ceiling.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
That was nuts. I don't even know. I don't know how that worked. Dan said you have saved each other's lives multiple times. Yes, we have.
Yeah, we have.
My goodness, what would we do without each other?
But if we didn't, what are we going to tell our grandkids when we're sitting on the porch in 50 years? Right? Like we have to.
We also probably would have never put each other in danger that much.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's just the thing that we do. I don't know.
And we hate being in danger. We never intend on anything being dangerous whatsoever. Like with her ankle, we just wanted to go see the sunset.
Wendy said, "Do the massive tomatoes that are the size of a dinner plate actually have any flavor?" I don't think we've ever grown one that big.
No, yeah, I mean, we've grown some big ones. We've grown some 2-pounders, and they do have great flavor. If you're growing them, I mean, if it's a Walmart tomato, then no. Or what some people call a hothouse tomato, which y'all, fight me if you want to. A tomato that comes into its true form in January is not going to taste like it does in summer. It's kind of like cool crops, right? Like cool crops that grow in the winter are sweeter, but if you like try to grow carrots in the summer, they're more bitter. I think the same way with a tomato. If you try to grow a tomato in a high tunnel over the winter and it's ready in January or February, it's not going to have that flavor that it will when it does in July or so. So just my own thoughts.
I have to say, I am not a tomato snob though. I bought some tomatoes from the store last week and I have been eating them.
Well,
they're not as good, but I just like a tomato.
Yeah, right. I mean, you know,
especially like this time of year when I know the tomatoes are coming, but I can't get to them yet. I will go buy one from the store.
Because here's the thing: as long as you accept the fact buying it that you know it's not going to be as flavorful as that homegrown one you're going to have in a couple months, but you're just dying to have one.
Sorry,
hey, power on with that tomato.
It's almost like you're getting yourself ready for it. And you're like pumping yourself up. You're like, I know this isn't going to be as good, but by golly, it looks pretty and I just want to eat it and I'm going to do it. And then when that real tomato comes, I'm going to be so appreciative of it. This gnat.
I know, it's really getting you. Really all over you.
Chocolate cherry tomatoes are my family's favorite. I don't think we've ever had a chocolate.
Got him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That makes me feel better. I don't think we've ever had chocolate. Are you sure you got them? Because I still see them.
Well, that's another one. I got that son of a gun.
It's some tomatoes, some store-bought tomatoes over there.
Darlene said I'm craving tomatoes like tomorrow. I'm pregnant. Yes. Yeah, we understand.
Gosh, I know.
Congratulations.
It's almost time. You know, if you have to buy a store-bought one to hold you over, go do it. It's okay.
I don't know what your mom and my mom were talking about, but I feel like they're talking some stuff in the chat. They're talking about somebody not having a green thumb and they need to kick us off the homestead and go babysit. Y'all come on. We'll go on back down to Tennessee. Y'all get on over here then. Y'all run the show.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I don't know either. Next Monday, y'all going to see Grandma Karen and my mom, Carol Smith, on here. We're going to step out.
Betsy said, I love that Kiki doesn't flinch with the clapping.
No, not at all.
No, she goes through a lot.
Grace, how often do you fertilize the garden? Get it.
I am.
Get it. Oh, wow, that was so slow.
I don't think you got it. I think it's the same one.
Okay. So we actually had this conversation today. So fertilizing.
We have two very different opinions on fertilizing.
You go first.
So he can fertilize his garden. No.
We really are like separating these gardens.
We are. And that's okay. Like we've both been gardeners for how many years now? Several. Not like good gardeners. We were terrible gardeners for
3 years. 3 years of really good gardening, like 6 years of trial and error.
So we have very different opinions on fertilization. I do not like to fertilize until way later on. Like I don't like to fertilize before they have their flowers. In my opinion, I just don't like to do it. I feel like the plant will get so big, but it won't get its blooms, and then you're not going to get any fruit. Now, later on in the summer, when it's starting to die off and they've started to soak up all the nutrients and there's not much left in the ground, then I like to come in with fertilizer. He is the exact opposite.
So my thoughts, fertilizer is about growth and growth mainly in general. So at the beginning, I'm trying to help that plant on as long as we can and get it up to its height and its capabilities that it needs to be. So I fertilize every week, every Sunday, liquid fish on all the plants right at the base to try to get that growth. Once I start seeing fruit, I cut back to every 2 weeks. Because when I do that fertilizer, it's not just focusing on helping out the fruit, it's focusing on growth. And as I take it and I know how to do things, when it's focusing on growing, it's not focusing on the fruit. So that's when I cut back every 2 weeks to just help out and give it a little bit of nutrients at once. So that's my outlet. Mm-hmm. So I give more early, less later.
Embers with me. It would be really cool if we could do a competition.
We should.
Well, we can't though, because yours is in ground and mine is raised bed. So it wouldn't be fair to start with. It's not that, like, you have to have the same.
Bring on your Winnie the Pooh.
You have to have the same soil. Environment. You have to have the same conditions. You have to make the same exact conditions and environment, and then you can see what the outcome is.
I'm just telling y'all, everybody that agrees, y'all gonna have 20-foot tomato plants and fruit this size. Y'all go ahead.
Nope.
Y'all go ahead.
Okay.
That's all right. All right.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I already told you, I said, don't touch my garden. Don't touch it. Don't fertilize it. I will fertilize it when I feel that my babies need fertilization.
That's right.
But I will watch them and I will see, because I don't think that they need it.
Betsy, I understand on the garden. I'm only loving there when I'm building something.
yes. Or if he wants to play it, he can play it.
Oh my goodness. No, it's all fun and games. Seriously, you can't overdo organic fertilizer. To be honest with you, you're not going to go wrong. So if you want to do it, I wouldn't do more than once a week, is what I would say. On anything that you're doing with liquid fish. Then test and learn, like her and I are going to do this year.
Like he said, it's not about being wrong. It's just a preference. Every gardener has their own garden, and they have their own preference about how they want to treat their plant babies. So we have some different opinions sometimes, and that's okay.
Yep.
We have plenty of space to where he can do his thing and I can do my thing. Barefoot Chicken said, Jen, do you fertilize the tea garden? So mostly last year when he would do his fertilization, I would tell him, don't touch the tea garden.
Yeah.
One, because I don't want my herbs to taste like fish. Two, because I just like to watch them and see if I think they need fertilizing or not. And sometimes I don't want to put it on if I don't think they need it. Yeah.
Herbs just usually don't. Once they take off, they take off.
Yeah.
And you're really planting them, even though they're not technically perennials. They are.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to come back in that same spot every single year. So you just really need to get them going. And usually second year.
No, not like your kitchen herbs. But
Right. But I mean, like any mints, lemon balms, chamomile, all that stuff's going to reseed right in that spot. And that second year is usually when they're huge.
Mm-hmm. But mostly last year, I told him, you can fertilize anything you want to, just don't touch my tea garden. We're making plans about something.
I don't know whether y'all go ahead. I mean, y'all are not going to hurt our feelings, Grandma Karen and Mom. If you all come here and we go get together, that's fine.
But we're different. We're different gardeners, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. I know it's fun to do. It's fun to have a spot too, to be able to have different sections where we can do our own different things and see how it goes.
Bethany, have you done in-depth tea garden? She
has.
There's several, and it would be in our greenhouse garden playlist. No, I'm sorry, that one's full of a lot of things. But you could actually probably search just in YouTube, Stivers Homestead Tea Garden, and it'll probably pop up some of the main ones that she's done.
It's going to be really beautiful this year. So, you're going to see that on tomorrow's video, but it's not done. We're still adding stuff to it, and it's going to be just a really, really pretty spot. I love it. I'm excited. My land is his land. The kitty has been really good. She still is a little bit congested from whatever happened to her nose.
Kitty, would you stop cleaning yourself?
No, she can't. It's bath time. She has to take a full-blown head to toe bath.
At least she's over here tonight and not right here.
But she's doing much better. Much better. Yay, Bethany. I hope you like the tea videos.
Well, we said it was going to be a short one. Here we are on the full time.
Yeah.
841 people on here. Y'all, thank you all so much. I mean, I don't think her and I can just really, truly recognize how many. So we think about a lot. All right, so there's a town right beside us that has 1,000 people.
Yes.
And there's literally almost that amount of people watching us right now. And that's nuts when you truly think about the numbers. And
especially if you picture yourself in a room.
Right.
I think I would die.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, we drive through town and I look at us and like every single one of those houses, everyone has this on TV. When we do it live. And that is not bragging, that is strictly grateful. Like we are just, we can't thank you enough. Thank you all for supporting us in the Etsy. That is something that has just changed our lives, and we really mean that.
So sorry that it wasn't an entire, like a immaculate amount of numbers, but we're getting there. Like I said, the ankle kind of hindered things a little bit, and the move, not with the comfrey salve, not having it grow as big as we want it to yet, but we just moved it and it will, and there'll be more, I promise.
Yes.
It's amazing to have y'all support us. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Jeff, we got the elderberry from River Hills Harvest.
Yeah.
There's a website, just riverhillsharvest.com, I think. But We've had so much fun tonight. Thank you all so much
sorry,
for being
I
here.
got lost in the comments there. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all. We really appreciate every single one of you all. Be ready for the video tomorrow. It's a good garden video. You get to see a lot of stuff. I about broke the camera a couple times. It still ain't on its best shape. I had to put more duct tape on it.
We need a GoPro.
I got you.
Something indestructible.
Real fast.
We need something more Zach friendly.
Yeah. But yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
So here's like our duct tape camera that I have. This thing is super glued right there at least 25 times. This thing's so bent right here that I can't even get it out anymore because I've dropped it so much. There's literally grass in the lens. You know, it's insane. And I really like it because we paid for it. You know, it's a great camera, but it's part of homesteading. So yeah. Hilarious. But it's a good one coming out tomorrow. We love y'all so much. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow in the comments.
That's right. We'll see you soon, and we love you.
Bye,
Good night. Bye.